Spooky, scary skeletons, they'll give you quite a fright. Do, 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 do. How you doing? I am back. If you were worried about this not continuing, I apologize. It took some time. I am going to do a quick test of some audio here. Got a playlist here of some supposedly copyright-free music. Play. Can you still hear me? I am talking and conversing. It is important that my voice be audible. Let's see. Hey. Music. Play. Can you still hear me? I am talking and conversing. It is important that my voice be... I'm gonna lower it just a smidge. Okay, that should be fine. Oh no, if I like the music, this is a problem. I need to put on something I hate but other people like. 3 capture some of those voices. Years in the future, but let's not get totally carried away here. A studious eye darts about a page like a honeybee gathering the nectar of wisdom. Howdy, howdy, Rebecca Blue. Are you joining us on this mad, mad journey? I can't say that it's going to make a lot of sense. Typical human. Please, thank you, you are welcome. Good day, how do you do? Splendid, and you? Gratification. Further courtesy, favor is mutually curried. RIP! Elixir, known as munch munch chew burp, munch chew burp. Elixir known as tea. Absurd vestige, 4th digit is... Oh, 4th digit is cantilevered. Everyone is polite. Oh. Ooh, we're reading more game FAQs as created by Rose. Probably. Oh dear. This is... We'll be here all day! I can't take as many as I'd like to for comprehensive documentation. For what it's worth, here's what I've managed to collect so far. More captures forthcoming. Co-player John assesses environment after transition to medium. Followed by Sprite, sans kernel, prototyped once pre-hatch. Completely useless in this form. Severed from suburban grid, house remains mysteriously powered. Convenience presumably facilitated by game, which perhaps deems navigating a powerless house to be a handicap less in keeping with spirit of game's principal statement of challenge. Internet connection remains stable as well. Will likely remain stable until the internet itself is compromised by some external threat. Something like, oh, let's say hackers. Kill monsters, get grist, build onto the house, that's the game. Didn't know what the point of this was at the time, floundering trial and error on exhibit. Unsuccessful attempt at Tier 2 prototyping. Howdy do, Angel 3.173. 3.0. 173. Unsuccessful attempt at Tier 2 prototyping. Knowing my internet signal for a time. I don't know what happened thereafter, but when I returned, the car was nowhere to be found, and the driveway plateau was in a state of disrepair. The mysteries, will they ever cease? More at 5. Sprite prototyped once more with grandmother's remains. She treats John to some helpful exposition in a friendly and maternal manner. Co-player has displayed inexplicably capricious behavior since arrival. Stress-related? Contracted virus indigenous to realm? It should be noted he was kind of a weird guy anyway. No, that would just be the unseen Riddler, presumably. Oh, Design 9. Design 9? As the IX is 9, right? Design X. Deployed. Still no clue what this does, at mercy of co-players' foolish prioritization tendencies. Grist payload from slain foe. Whether I deal the damage or a co-player does, yield is same. Though I have a significant advantage in battle, taking measures into my own hands deprives John of hand-to-hand combat experience, which ostensibly will become more critical later. Critical. Building, the point. Building upward, the point. Sharpened and directed. Steed. John Egbert's mightiest form. Ah, steeds, what steeds? Has the whirlwind a home in your manes? Is there a sensitive ear? I need to read this in her voice. This is too much personality put here. Ah, steeds, what steeds? Has the whirlwind a home in your manes? Is there a sensitive ear alert, ears aflame in your every fiber? Hearing the familiar song from above, all in one accord, you strain your bronze chests and hooves barely touching the ground turn into straight lines cleaving the air, and all inspired by God, it rushes on! Barbaso Bent. Yeah, I have no idea what the fuck he's doing here. Another one of these things. Really, Egbert family? Redoxing your friend here! Damn it! Really? A view of his kidnapped father's room. I can't see in here for some reason. Perhaps this is because John himself has never entered the room? It is possible that I can see only, in a sense, what John can see, or has seen already. I have not found the time to discuss this with him yet. If he enters the room, the question may answer itself. All that for one page. Oh, construct loft above John's room. Fancy. Feels like this is using a lot of unnecessary build grist, though. Remember, physics don't seem to matter here. You can build things up without creating firm foundations. Like, I think one of those poles would have been enough for it to hold itself up, theoretically. Ladders seem a bit cheaper than stairs. Fellow John. Okay, this is Unseen Riddler. I believe I was doing Toy Story Rex. I just said his name yesterday. Someone else. I got it right too. It's on stream and in recording videos. I can't remember this man's name. Wallace Shawn, thank God, I got it. Woohoo! Inconceivable! Not that it matters, I can't do a good impression of him anyway. Oh, what's it says? My source of power! Fellow John, it appears we have reached an impasse. Yes, it seems so. The opener dilemma remains unsettled, most unfortunately. Mostly because John doesn't quite know why the desire for a can opener fell into his head. It is unfortunate, I guess. What are we talking about again? But it has been a pleasure nonetheless. Thanks for the courtesy. It's not really necessary, but thanks anyway. Oh, but thank you! Okay. Thank you so very, very much, dear favorable small primate. Oh, God. Being pestered by everything right now. Oh my God. Both of his chums. Well, 2 of his 3 chums. Because Rose is pestering him in 2 different ways. Just beating him with the build tool. Just everybody is losing their goddamn mind. What wobbles and falls over? What? What did I miss? Oh, if you mean these. From what we've seen prior to this, it looks like these kind of follow Minecraft rules. Wherein the physics don't really seem to matter that much. For holding things up. So I say exploit this nonsense system. Oh, I would say that Rose kind of has brain. I know I've just put her in here as just like a fun new Shimeji, but I actually do think May would fit in rather well with this glorious band of morons. I shall take my leave now, John. Until next time. Wait, where did all this sweet loot come from? And why is there suddenly a crumpled hat on your head? Gather grist. Examine design 9. Which appears to be some kind of music recording booth. I think. It's got that symbol again, the spurb symbol. Feeling especially economical with your behavior suddenly, you scoop up all the grist in the room and turn your attention to the Punch Design X. All in one fell swoop. The device features a countertop station designed with a keyboard setup. Not unlike an old-fashioned computer, there is a blinking red light and a diagram etched onto the panel. Yeah, it's like, that looks like a record button. Answer Dave. Rose, answer Dave. You gotta talk to somebody else. Okay, wait, hold on. Why am I getting this stupid game for you? You're the one who should be wrist deep in puppet ass. What is the specific problem we're referring to here? The problem is I am up to my goddamn neck in fucking puppet dong. You know you like the mannequin dick. Accept it. I am enrobed in chafing, wriggling, god-fucking damned puppet pelvis. An obscenely long, coarse Kermit cock is being dragged across my anguished face. I'm not sure I should be reading this or going to talk to an actual therapist right now. Let's put this into perspective. You put up with the puppet prostate because you love it. Also, coarse is a good word. Oh, she's like, hey, good job, you read a dictionary. You don't seem to harbor any sympathy for the fact that I've burrowed fuck deep into lively, fluffy Muppet buttock. I'm whirling in the terrible cyclone at the epicenter of my own personal holocaust of twitching foam noses. It's like a fucking apocalypse of perky proboscis here, like the probosal lips, I guess. Are you going to start rapping about this? What? No, listen. Prong of flesh bereft of home, found solace twixt a cleft of foe. No, oh Jesus. Of apocalypse your thoughts eclipse, a painted pair of parted lips, that dare through kiss to stir the air, that teases tufts of orange hair, and though faces flush in lovers' fits, hands snug in plush as gloves befit. Okay, Dickinson, if you can shut your perfumey trap for a half second, this is serious. I am just saying, if I see one more soft bulbous bottom being like kind of jutting out and impudent or whatever, I'm going to fly off the handle. I'm gonna do some sort of acrobatic fucking pirouette off the handle and win like a medal or some shit. Then let's hope there will be a squishy derriere somewhere below the handle to break your fall. John, observe the back of the first visible captcha log card. Ooh. Okay. Is that Dominic? You flip over the top card containing your pogo ride. Anytime you captcha log something, a new code appears on the back of the card. You always wondered what the code was for. Wondered? Oh, I see. It's like, a captcha code. Obviously. I see. Now it's DQM, etc. Damn, these things are hard to read, but then you've never really found any reason to decipher them until now. Perhaps it's like, this is your world's magic system. How do you know so little about it? Examine reverse side of hammer card in Strife Specimus. Looks like cards from your Strife deck have codes too. Enter captcha code as seen on back of Pogo Ride card. Did something on the Designix clue him into checking this? You enter the code. Did you, Kim? Lowercase. Fuck this. You enter Dominic into the keyboard. At least you think that's what the code is. The red light switches off. A green light begins blinking. That was just a very good guess on John's part. Like that, it would just happen to be that was needing to be entered. If there was a bit bigger hint, maybe. Insert card. type in that. Nuzzle Bunny. In the interest of due diligence, you enter the other code and repeat the process with that card too. Both cards are now punched with different hole patterns, which kind of look familiar to me. Like, I feel like this is a type of computer language, it's just escaping me. Attempt to retrieve Pogo from card. Oh, well, that should just be a simple matter of, uh-oh. It looks like it's trapped now. You don't see how you can access the item anymore, or store a new item there for that matter. These cards are pretty much useless now, and the items they contain are toast! But maybe all is not lost. Recalling from your experience with the pre-punched card, you may be able to use the cards to replicate the items in question. Assuming you got the codes right, that is. Mash keys heedlessly. Not quite through with your cowboy empiricism just yet, you mash at the keyboard to generate a random code. You enter Doggy. The design stops you after 8 characters, which appears to be the maximum length for a code. The green light goes on, signaling its readiness for a card. You figure you might as well burn the shaving cream since the product is not exactly at a premium in your household. You also figure you might as well merge the 2 cans onto 1 card. Yeah. You're a little, well, wait, no, don't merge them onto 1 card. If you have them on 2 cards, you can... Oh, wait, but your deck is shorter, too! Oh, no! Bro! Oh, no! It wasn't just the item, it was the card itself! Fuck! This is bad news! Imagine he gets rid of them all and John just literally can't pick up things anymore. This is this world's most frightening disability. You're a little sad that your dad isn't around for this. You have a feeling he would get a real kick out of the idea of duplicating more shaving cream. You punch the card with a pattern that is in no way related to the code for the item it contains. This should make for an interesting experiment. Mad science is a lot of fun. Unfortunately, you just burned another card in the process, which you are too chill about! Your deck is really dwindling now. Maybe you should have thought this through a little better. On the plus side, you just freed up your PDA, which is overflowing with the pent-up chatter of anxious pesterers. I'm an imp. I have nothing to say on this panel. Wait! I'm a main character for a No! No! This was my moment! You can't defeat me now, shadowy entity! I was going to be important! Oh. Owie. Owie, owie. John, answer your chums. Puppets! Awesome! That's really all there is to say on the matter. Turn Tech God has changed mood to rancorous. John, I'm about to throw a bathtub through your wall. Watch out. Wow, that was totally unnecessary. I made a shortcut upstairs. I thought it would be a good idea to get up there and try the cards as soon as possible. Also, you weren't being terribly responsive. You mean these stairs? Man, look at these shitty stairs. They're so narrow. I'm supposed to climb those? They're perfectly navigable. I'm saving on grist for now. If you keep slaying foes, collecting grist, and expanding the cash limit, we may not need to be so economical with our resources in the future. Oh my god, that is narrow. That's like 1 step wide. Wait. Not even. Are you? They're perfectly like it'd be one. Are you sure about this one, Rose? Ooh, that looks to he's being attacked. Oh dear. So why didn't you just build up a so why didn't you just build a way up through that hole into my dad's room? Have you ever been in there? No. Exactly. Huh? I'd rather not get sidetracked. I'm more interested in further exploring the mechanics of the game than watching you discover what sort of outlandish Harlequin decor your father keeps in his room. Oh, come on. What's the big deal? I'll just climb up and go right through. Will you? Yeah, why not? Are you saying you've never wondered what's in there? Or why it's been kept a secret from you? Well, I mean, yeah. Then trust me, you won't be going right on through. Wait, are you saying there's something, like, troubling in there? I don't know. What do you mean? What do you see in there? I can't see in there. Oh. But I don't have a very good feeling about it. Whatever. I think I can handle a few stupid clown paintings. Move punched cards to John's room. Rose, drag some Crooksite dowels up to John's room. John, collect grist. Examine safe. You swoop up the bountiful supply of grist generated by your co-player's recent exploits. From now on, it will probably go without saying that you'll nab any grist lying around without making a big fuss over it. Fair enough. I feel like, yeah, it could get irksome if they spent too much time on that. Lamp shading a little bit here, I like it. You check out the busted safe, which has made a noble sacrifice in battle. Some of your father's odds and ends have spilled out, including some old newspaper clippings, and 2 rather hefty tomes. It's a fair bet that these books comprised at least half the weight of the safe. Can we assume safely that at least one of them is a spell book with which your father used to remove his own face? Examine Family Tome of Humor. It's another copy of Colonel Sassacre's daunting text of magical frivolity and practical japery. This one looks really old, perhaps an original printing. Could it be the same one involved with your grandmother's unfortunate accident on that fateful day? Dad would never speak a word about it, but maybe Nana wouldn't be so tight-lipped. Ho ho ho! You give it a cursory perusal. It appears to be similar to your reprinting, listing all the japes and chicanery you have come to know and love. You captcha log it, thinking you may give it a closer look later. Perhaps your father is Colonel Sassacre? Examine contents of safe. The Fatherly Gent's Shaving Almanac. You take a look at the other book. You're sure Dad thought this was a scintillating read, or scintillating? I think it's scintillating. But it looks pretty boring to you. Maybe you'll crack into it someday when you're old enough to shave. Everything in this safe was obviously very important to your father. You wonder why he kept it locked away from you. Some things about him you will never understand. I, too, have not received a copy of this book. The Common Hornographer. Space rocks. Knock local burbs block off. Populace oblivious to broader significance of events. Assuming there is any. Which there definitely isn't! Shortly after 4 a.m. today, a downpour of meteors in a residential neighborhood became yet another instance in a pattern of recent rocky cosmological phenomena. The incident The incident, aside from property damage and loss of life, was downplayed by authorities as not all that big of a deal. Meteors! It seems he has been collecting scraps from the news over the years. These articles go back decades. John, look at the piece of paper taped to the wall. Son, if you are reading this, it means you are now strong enough to lift the safe. You are now a man. Wow! Rose, I think this one actually applies to you. As such, you are entitled to what is inside. I know you will take this responsibility seriously. I am so proud of you. It means you are now strong enough to lift the safe. Turn the card over. 24913. You guess this is the combination to the safe. This is completely useless. Feels... John's dad had like a whole protagonist plan that has completely been upended by actual world-ending shit happening. Oh. John, examine back of capture log card on floor. Woo! You guess these are all zeros? They could be O's. Or are they capital O's? Zeros would probably make more sense for an empty card, you think. Yes, but zeros should theoretically, to denote, have a line through them. Could be lowercase O's too, for all you know, honestly. Capture log the card. That was a bit more extreme than I expected, and how bad is it that you just lost that? Enter code on back of card into DesignX. Punch card. That is not what I meant. Oh, that's a very uniform pattern. Wait, John, before you punch that. Oh, I was about to say, if you first took note of the code, then removed the card from the card, you could have punched the blank one. You would have only burned one card instead of two. Oh yeah, you're right. Damn it. Throw hat down in disgust. I'm not saying it's not funny, but John, you could have broken that down for Buildgrist if you were gonna get rid of it. Capture log punched, capture logged, capture log card. How many capture log cards can a capture log capture? How many capture log cards can a capture log capture if a capture log can capture? God damn it! How many capture log cards can a capture log capture if a capture log can capture log cards? Rose saw it coming. Yeah, to catch the PDA. What? You know, I feel like this is an odd moment where if you change the timeline just slightly, the entire rest of the story is probably different. If John could no longer easily communicate with his friends on the PDA here, if she hadn't got that. Take PDA. It really is a heavy book. These imps just catching strays out there. This guy was just chilling, looking out at the horizon. Ah, what another day to be a wonderful imp. The 2-card Sylladex inventory of dumbasses. John, level up! You have leveled up. Quite a bit, actually. Wow. I have to assume that this is based on this little scroll bar, which we can't actually use right here. There's probably far more levels than Lodestar U, right? Man Grit, +5. Colonel Sassacre, level up for slaying the imp. I still can't quite figure out if these are jokes when this happens or not. Colonel. One-man julep vacuum. So, yeah, there's levels above Lodestar Youth. Okay. Bathtub, level up for slaying the imp. The bathtub surges heroically! We're doing that again. The bathtub surges heroically and surpasses the rung, Archimedes' aqua cradle, proceeding directly to vaunted rung, Taft Jammer. The tub makes off with a cool 490 boom dollars. The tub's basin capacity remains unaffected. Safe, level up for slaying the imp. The safe was slain in battle. A great flaming nautical fire carries it off to Valhalla. Boo! 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 I hate it. Make your way up those stairs. Post haste. You're not sure, they look pretty precarious to you, but you've been assured the stairs are perfectly navigable. Are you gonna, like, cling to the sides? It looks like you should be able to. Ah! He can! I mean, you could have probably done this in a better way, John. Lousy, goddamn stupid stairs! Colonel Sassacres. An imp remains unslayed. Is Colonel Sassacre gonna lose those levels? Is this a huge one? This is a huge one. Boss battle? Ignore little Cal. Ignore Lil Cal and find the beta. It's been a little while, Dave. Got Billy up there. You wander over to the place where your bro keeps his sweet turntable gear. Man, that setup is sweet. You feel pangs of jealousy whenever you walk by it. Really cool jealousy, though. Like the kind where instead of getting all worked up about it, you don't actually give a shit. One of your brother's rad and extremely expensive ninja swords is missing, though. Is that the one that you have, in your Strife Specibus? You know this drill all too well. Trouble's a-brewin'. Take expensive ninja swords. What sword? It's like, yeah, we just said we don't have one. Maybe we really are playing in Stars in Time again. As soon as you notice a weapon, it vanishes. Exit your bro's room. You approach the exit. There's something on the door you haven't seen before. Looks like one of your bro's ironic comics he left for you to check out. What have I done? Animal, please start breathing. Oh God, please breathe. Okay. Make-believe time is over. Oh God, 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 oh God. What will Nanny do to me if she finds out? No one can ever know. I have to hide the body, but where? Think! Imagination! Ah! The one time I really need you! Hello, Ralph. I want to play a game. I didn't realize I was Jigsaw a minute ago, but we're sticking with this voice. Ha 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 ha! I want to play a game! To play! Shh. Okay, some of this stuff you know he's just leaving around to get under your skin. This is obviously... This isn't music.
You must see the darkness of your own shadow.
See if I can find a better playlist. Okay, back to this. Okay, some of this stuff you know he's just leaving around to get under your skin. This is obviously another ploy in his relentless siege of one-upmanship to get your goat. The same goat you've been meaning to bleat like ironically! But that will still have to wait for a more appropriate time. You think he knows that deep down you feel like you're still not ironic enough to get stuff like this. And this is probably some weird gauntlet he's throwing down to see if you will get it. But honestly, you think this material is just a little too ironic. You just don't need to see this shit right now. Man, I'm trying really hard to decide which of the various main characters' parents are the most insane. We don't really know Garden Gnostic yet. I assume she's got a wackadoodle parent as well. Obviously Dave's is his brother, but same principle of they've all got a wackadoodle person in their life. Dave, go into the kitchen. No sign of bro in here either. Well, aside from the absurd quantity of awesome dangerous stuff he leaves lying around. Yeah, deciding which of your wackadoo family members is the most wackadoo is challenging, to be sure. Katana. Transfer Katana to Strife Specimus. With an escalating sense of threat, you think it's time to shift 9, your Katana 9, to your Specimus. It really is impressive. The actions lining up. If he has to actively think about that. Like, unironically, he might actually be the best with his particular fetch modus compared to the Rose or John. Just by virtue of what we've seen so far. You figure it's better to free up the card anyway, since you might need to grab some of this stuff. Set blender to mix. You guess bro stuck some fake blood capsules in that puppet. Pretty gross. I mean, I'm starting to want a separate side story of Dave's dad, Rose's mom, and Dave's dad, John's dad, Rose's mom, and Dave's brother. All just adventuring together. I want that side story. It's like, it's pretty clear at this point that Dave's brother is the artificer. You spot one of your bro's many webcams nearby, recording the incident. It seems you may have just been an unwitting accessory to some sort of grisly puppet snuff film. You're not totally sure how you feel about that. Don't see the webcam. Or is it in the eyes? Oh, I see. Okay. Good God, this is all very impressive ingenuity. I can't be the only one who wants this. These are such fascinating characters. They need their own side story altogether. Capture log Buster Sword from behind microwave. That seems on the big side, personally. This might be the only thing in the whole apartment that's a bigger piece of shit than your own sword. You put it back behind the microwave where it belongs. Set blender to crush ice. It's just sort of bouncing around in there. You're making a bit of a mess now. Hide evidence in microwave. Not the puppet rumps. The rumpets. See, like his hobbies are cool and all, and you guess it's got to be he's got to put his shit somewhere. But what if you just wanted to heat up a burrito or something? This kitchen is pretty much useless. Grab those fireworks. Like, Dave tries so hard to love his family member. In his weird way. You capture log all the fireworks. How does it work when it's a word over 20? Huh. You capture log all the fireworks the sink has to offer. You just know these are going to come in handy. Why would they be in the sink if they weren't? Looks like one of them is still stuck in the garbage disposal. Capture log shurikens. You grab the shurikens. 5. And, hey, careful where you're putting stuff, especially if you're looking to turn your Silodex into a powder keg full of sharp things. At least he caught it. He's more careful than others. You put the box of fireworks back into card 5 and prepare to start or card 3. Apparently that settles that, you guess. Okay, this answers my questions. I'd actually taken a note down in my little, section of notes here. Regarding... where it would be over here. Regarding the matter of whether or not they could whip out the thesaurus or not for a hash map data structure. Fix this in the way. There we go. There we go. Much better. Pretty. Okay. Correct my note. Here. I was wrong. Welcome back again. Chiroptera Nightfall. Chiroptera. Oh, take Nunchaku. You take the Nunchaku 3. Could you change that to nunchucks for a different value if you so desired? Once again, grabbing without thinking ahead. First, you capture log the box. Oh no. Okay, Dave, I gave you credit like 3 minutes ago about you being better than your compatriots at handling your own particular fetch modus. Damn it. First, you capture log the box, again, well adeptly avoiding the shuriken trap, which you yourself set only moments ago. You again round up all the fireworks. Time to regroup here. I guess to survive in this world, if you're an idiot, you really need to have some exceptional physical capability. Capture log each shuriken individually. I don't think that's possible. Oh, okay, it still merges onto the same card. It's just, I see. You grab each shuriken one at a time, knocking out those nunchaku. But no worry, you've got a plan. Capture log nunchucks, ha! You capture log the nunchucks, 6. Everything seems to be in order now. It would have been badass to go with the authentic Japanese names for each weapon, but sometimes you've just gotta compromise with this modus. Hell yeah! This is by far the best one. Examine fetch modus. It requires probably more memorization and thinking to be able to use quickly, I suspect. You flip over your fetch modus and check out the back. You're not really sure it is where it is you're keeping this thing. Oh well, who cares? Detect collisions. Ooh, that could be interesting. Okay, so you can, you're currently on consonants, equal 2, vowels equal 1, but you could switch it over to, reverse that if you so desired, or you could make it 1 through 26. At least, those are 3 of your options. You might have more. Press eject button. Oh, hell no. Not after all that trouble you went through to get that stuff situated. This is potentially a very dangerous button. Ah, yes, but you could potentially use it as a sort of, your random bullshit go attack against a particularly troublesome enemy. Change to Scrabble points hash modus. Oh, okay, so these are your different wait, no, it's still hash maps, so it's like a separate modus within the modus is what this is. Okay, this is not switching fetch modus, this is switching within the hash map structure. I see. Change to Scrabble points hash modus. Okay, so it's different points for each letter. It's probably pretty high up there for, Q's and Z's. I am not writing all those down. I do like Scrabble, but not enough to memorize the point values. First, you program your modus with a Scrabble points hash function, adding it to the list. This might be a cool function to use, but it looks like you'll have to empty your Sylladex to select it. You're just not gonna do that yet. No way. Check the box. Detect collisions. Okay. What does that mean? I've only read, 80 pages at this point, and I feel like this is going to break me. Take the skateboard. And just what is this guy so happy about? What's he looking at up there? You think if you see one more soft, bulbous bottom being like kind of jutting out and impudent or whatever, you're gonna fly off the handle. As May crawls around up there like that. It feels that was almost intentional, it felt like. You take the skateboard. Actually, no. You're getting smarter already, bro! Actually, no, you don't. A collision has been detected. Oh! You take the, God, that's helpful. That makes it easier, actually. This is... with collision on, this is unambiguously, no doubt, the best modus. Still takes some brain power, but damn! A collision has been detected. You take the, wheeled, ride. Which I feel like applies to far too many rides. To really be ideal. I think it should have to be a little bit more specific than that to work. Man, your inventory's nomenclature is getting lamer by the minute. I love that it's just a self-imposed rule that things are named in certain ways. Captcha log the unplugged power cord. You take the power cord. Wait, no, not going to work. Think of a new word for power cord. Electric line. Which I need to pull out a notepad here. Make it easy on myself. 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2. It's 13, so it'd go into the slot 3, which is taken. Damn it. I'll leave this one to you, you genius. Battery pack! That means a different thing. You take the battery pack. Damn it. You take the battery pack 9 using the Y as a consonant. Your Sylladeck reluctantly accepts. Okay, that being something that Dave on his own thought of he really cements this for me. He seems like the only one here who has actually lived in this world and used this magic system. John seems like this is his first day dealing with this stuff. And Rose isn't amazing at using hers. It's a tactic notoriously employed by hash map noobs. But you just don't care about that now. Besides, it's not like your pros are around to see. So it's kind of seen as a low-class move. Like, oh, you could have done better than that. So Y is by default treated as a vowel? As I feel like it should be by default treated as a consonant. Especially in battery pack, it's not filling the role of a vowel in any respect. So what you're saying is it really is just bad parenting? I see what you're saying. In battery pack, in that form of Y, is a vowel-esque. Whereas in youth, it's the hard Y. I think you're probably right there, Rebecca Blue. Well, I don't know about that, though. G remains a consonant regardless of it being in, what am I thinking? Great versus Nochi.
This could be good for me. Lately I was feeling like I need a purpose.
So, Brother of Dave is a concerning eldritch horror on par with Daddy Egbert and Mama Lalande. I must reiterate that I really want a spin-off story featuring these three adventuring together. Is this too much to ask for? Like, they might all be villains, potentially. That's some Legion of Doom-esque thing going on. Like, it is troubling to me that John's dad is the most normal of the three. Search for some mad snacks, yo. Oh, it was just little Cal again. You can never stay mad at him. Anyway, you've got to get this way rude hunger under control. You figure you ought to scope the fridge for some grub. This hunger is so ill-mannered, it would make a room full of snooty dowagers commit mass suicide, which... goddamn. Wow, okay. Open refrigerator. I can't decide if Dave's brother is just a hoarder or an artificer supervillain. Oh god, more shitty swords. Of course you knew these were in here. You're not even sure why you looked. If you want to keep any food or beverages in this apartment, you've pretty much got no choice but to hide stuff away in your closet. Take swords. To hell with it. You try to take the entire jumble of unbelievably shitty swords and brace yourself for... Looks like that works, actually. 2. Alright. 5, 7, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 16, 18, 19, 21, 22, 23, 25, 26, 28, 30, 31, 33, 35, 36, 38, 40, 41, 43, 45, 46, 48, 50, 52. Okay, so it can effectively just be treated as the end number, pretty much. Okay. Welcome again, Meebadabba. Meebadada. As I count. I might as well. I would actually very much love a count from Sesame Street. Shimeji. Let me see if one's been made. Tragically, no. Maybe I should try and make one myself. Gonna throw May back down here. Yeah, I did understand that, Flux. I just wasn't sure if there was some factor that changed when we were at numbers higher than 20. That's why I counted it out to make sure there wasn't any funny business. You capture log the jumble of unbelievably shitty swords. I wonder how long it takes him to count these out if he wants to. Because he's got to be good at it. Use Ice Maker. It's still hot around here. You dispense. I'm sorry if that sounded rude, by the way, Flux. I wasn't trying to be. It came out like it felt like I was being rude. You dispense several cherry bombs. Oh dear. Game, bro. Who's that looking at you in the reflection? It's me, Cal! Where'd the little dude scamper off to this time? Capture log cherry bombs. You go for the cherry bombs 9, so unsuccessfully. After mulling it over a bit, if it's 10 hours and I need 4 hours to do it, that means I'm going to start at 9:30 and somehow still finish in time. That's ADHD modular arithmetic. I got through college on this entire thought process. No, I mean, well, it would be at 1:30 I'd start in this example, just to be clear on what I mean. Me potato. You go for the cherry bombs 9 unsuccessfully. After mulling it over a bit, you take the red spherical salutes. Salute, a synonym of bomb. I will say that if John is anything to go off of, it's not uncommon to have a relatively short number of Sylladex cards. Let me think, brain. I forgot what I was Googling for a second there. I was like, there was something I wanted to look up. I got off track. Salutes. Oh, a salute is a term in pyrotechnics. Look at that, okay. In pyrotechnics, a salute is a device primarily designed to make a loud report. Bang. Gathered, rather than have a visual effect. Although most salutes also have a bright flash. They most commonly consist of a 70-30 mixture of potassium perchlorate and dark aluminum powder. and may have a titanium added for a cloud of sparks. Titanium salute. The salute may be fired on the ground salute, or launched from a mortar as a shell, aerial salute. Due to the nature of the effect, large salutes are some of the more hazardous fireworks. Cool. Take a blender. Blender, too, is a pretty simple word. Take the food muncher instead. Do you have to fill out all of your... It'd be one thing if you had a specific use, but this is really making your life hard for no reason, bro. Blender, too, is a pretty simple word, and you can already tell that's not going to work. Instead, you take the whirling blade pitcher, which that's a fun one. That's really a much better name for it anyway, you think. Activate garbage disposal. Dave, stuff down Mr. Purple Guy into the dark garbage disposal. Dead. You're still not sure what he's so happy about or what he's looking at up there. This feels very uncool bro moment here. What's that say? Dave. It should be hello, Dave, not Dave hello, but okay. Hello, Dave. I want to play a game. Ah! 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 That was not the answer. Ah! You notice something in the reflection. Something above. Look up. Oh, it's like a laser pointer? Cool. There we... Yeah, but that doesn't make any sense. Or it's like backward. No, that doesn't make any sense at all. No, it makes sense. Cool. I had to look at it from a different way. Hello, Dave. So it's just the reflection of like some paint on there. Okay. It's the hatch to the crawl space above your apartment. Bro's always tucking away in there when he's busting out his rad stealth stunts. He's so slick about dangling dangling cord never even jostles. You just know he's being ironic with these weird mind games. There's no way anyone can be serious about aping those shitty movies. Didn't they do a similar thing in Rick and Morty? It was like, we're doing a Saw! We're doing a Saw! It's like, why does everyone who spoofs Saw make fun of the fact that they're spoofing Saw? It's fine. Use the turntables and cinder blocks to make a fort. Die Hard? No, it's clearly Jigsaw. It's clearly Saw. They just flushed Billy the Puppet down the drain, and it's a Jigsaw piece. Oh, I think Saw 1's a great movie. And I always liked Saw 2 a lot more than most people. Die Hard? I'm trying to think of what scene you mean, Mr. Freaky, which, by the way, welcome. Is it the, ho 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 scene? No, that's not I'm talking about the episode where he's with all those superheroes and he was drunk. And he, like, recorded videos. I know what you're talking about, the video game episode. Like, where they're inside a video game. Not the episode, we're talking about a different episode. just like Die Hard. I was like, Billy the Puppet's right there. There's a jigsaw piece. And they're using the hello thing, which was so clear. I was so confused. Yeah, I think it was, what was that team of superheroes? What are they called? The Vindicators. That's right. I'm going to take a short break. Okay. It's a pretty sweet fort you just made, and you're pretty sure your brother would agree. Under different circumstances, you might be high-fiving over it right now. But rather than get inside and take her for a spin, you really just need to use it to get up to that hatch. Could you? They definitely have not specified the upper limit on size for what can be captcha logged. So let's put aside how large it is right now. Could you captcha log this whole thing as just fort? Huh, I think that would work. Yank cord. It is time to face your destiny. No going back now. Hello, Dave. Ah! Ah! Puppet rump. This is the puppet. Oh, okay. I was like, that's a different part of the puppet coming into screen right now. I was baffled. It's woo! Dave, I'm starting to think your brother kind of sucks. Yeah, there was pretty much no way there wasn't going to be a bunch of puppets in there. This is what was happening before, right? Yeah. This is actually funnier with the full context. Dave, read the note on the hatch. Bro. Roof. What voice are we giving this eldritch horror that is Dave's brother? No, I need to at least pretend to be cool. Roof. Now. Bring Cal. We're doing it. We're doing it, man. We're making this happen. Dave burst out of the puppet pile like the one. You know, you had a very convenient cutting line in the form of puppet rump, and you failed to use it. Dave, be the other guy. Meh, meh, meh. Okay. I like to imagine it really is just still Dave, and he has just put on a really elaborate John costume for the purposes of following that direction. Yeah! Be the other guy. Okay. You are now the other guy. John, take dowels and sheets from bed and make a tent. This feels like a very silly use of these things. This feels like this is the same energy as using the Infinity Stones as paperweights right now. This is so much fun. A huge waste of time, yes, but so much fun. Carve a totem of the punched pogo card. Oh? Okay. You put the punched card containing the pogo ride in the slot. Okay. And carve a totem from one of the Crooksite dowels. Repeat process with other cards and dowels. And it's like making a specific shape for each one. You use the card I am never going to have a full understanding of the Spurb systems. It's just... Oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Esoteric. There we go. Yes. You use the card containing the code for the hammer as well as the one with the random code you punched over the shaving cream card for the hell of it. You carve the respective totems for the cards. Do the same thing with captcha logged card. You make a totem for a captcha log card, which feels like maybe we're about to do something system breaking here. Pretty bare bones looking totem, if you ask you. Collect totems. Rose collect totems. You store the totems in your Athenium. God, I feel like one could study Homestuck and deliver a college lecture on it as though it were serious business. The Alchemeter requires 1 unit of any type of grist to produce 1 card. You decide to use shale. since it seems less generally useful than build grist as of now. Is shale one of the things that are being dropped from the shale imps? I don't remember that one offhand. You make a whole bunch of them. Whoa, did you make all these? Yes. Sweet, thanks. What did you do with all the blue wobbly vase looking things? Blue wobbly? Bro. I brought the totems. I'm not emphasizing this in text, but I will emphasize this out to the alchemeter to test them. I'm taking some things into my own hands to save some time. Okay. You create a hammer at the expense of 2 units of build grist. You make a pogo right to— No! Doesn't John hate this thing still? I love it. You make a pogo ride too. -5 build, 1 shale. Oh, shale's the purple ones. Okay, cool. I didn't realize there was a difference. I thought it was just like, you know, you collect a blue one that's adding, say, 1 build grist, and you collect a purple one that's adding, say, 5. Is how I was looking at those before. You use the totem carved into the rocket, you use the totem carved with the random code. You create a rocket pack? And not a very good one. With some random craft stuck inside it. Looks like a cinder block, a violin, and a flower pot. The items have rendered the device completely inoperable. Well, science has roared you. You figure you might as well put this piece of junk to use. I wonder if Rose will receive any level ups once she starts playing as well, if she does. Because she can take what she knows and perhaps create a much easier situation to deal with. Using a little strategy first, you grab Harry Anderson's Wise Guy by Mike Cavney, then the cards, then your ejected PDA, then the book again to flush the cards into your deck. Nice going. Turn on detect collisions. Alright, did Andrew Hussey get fed up with the joke about things getting ejected and decide to completely make it irrelevant? Ooh, no option on this. Cool, okay. Oh. Yeah, this confirms it, that these are... Yeah, we already knew it, but it's nice to have the absolute confirmation that these are 2 different fetch modices. Fetch modi. This is idiotic. John, read book. No, actually, wait. Pulling up my notes. Yeah, first in, first out, and first in, last out. If I am recalling correctly. Yeah. We're billed as separate fetch modices, rather than there being an option on both of them for being first in, last out, and first out. Yeah, stack data structure and queue data structure are two different things. So, like, there being the option to make one first in, first out, and they may do that, it completely makes it redundant to have both of them. Maybe there's more differences to them than I'm realizing. Because stack data structure was the default that John had, and then he found queue data structure. Because, yeah, these are two different fetch modi. Why would there be... What's the purpose of them having the same option? I don't understand anything. This has ruined Homestuck for me! The magic system now! Before it was perfect, now it doesn't make any sense. Read book, be the wise guy. No, but it had its own name! They have different names! Which I haven't been presuming that John has been the one naming them. They've got different fetch modus names! It could be wrong about that. I have never either seen the movie or read the book here. New Orleans, 1977. The close-up room at the Magic Castle was this mean little box that tended to fill up with so much smoke you'd swear someone was cremating a wet dog. Yeah. In walks Anderson. There isn't much that gets liquor to pause its journey from the table to my lips, but I'll be the bastard love child of a listless I've learned that is not a nice word. If that kid wasn't the cat that swallowed the canary in a dapper little hat. It locked. That's clearly a C. It looked like he was testing the tensile strength of his suspenders to the damn near limit with a pair of cocky thumbs. I wasn't impressed, but I was a fool. Somehow in my motion for another beverage, he'd already slipped into polite conversation at a table held down by some notoriously brusque regulars. He had them in no time flat. They were melting butter in his glass rankins. Whatever tidy yarn he'd spun to win them over, I didn't catch a word of it. One of them laughed. I was angry. Envious? Maybe a little. Yeah, you bet I was. Anderson had one of those little wooden finger choppers that Mickey Hayes used to sell, the kind where the blade could be removed and clearly shown. It was a very convincing little guillotine that did not look like a novelty store toy. Harry would get a guy to examine the chopper and then cut a cigarette in half. Then he held the guy's hand up and told this silly story. The story, of course, was artifice. A distraction for the guy in the audience while he worked his stuff with a chopper. Or it would become that once his famous chopper trick was perfected, vaulting him into fame, fortune, and the crowning position in the television judiciary. With what became his signature, a plum. Anderson was in moments, I'm reading that right, a font of breast pocket gauze, profuse apology, we're just saying random words now, and redoubling determination. It's really amazing how hard it is to find a bloody sausage-sized piece of a guy on the floor of a room that dark and smoky. Impossible. I think we all proved just as impossible as blind, Willie Buttermilk Stubbs was going to find it to work his trumpet tomorrow night without his twiddling fingers. Okay. No! No! That doesn't make any sense! You can't change the Fetch Modus name! What is the purpose of the Fetch Modus having a name? To just change it to another same Fetch Modus, like when Dave turned on Collision, did his Fetch Modus name changed? What chaos can we exist in that we can simply allow a Fetch Modus to have two different names? It's unacceptable! Spent a lot of time making these notes for them to make no sense at this point. You never really understood what Cabney's relation to Anderson was, or why he wrote this book about him. His ambivalent attitude towards your favorite magician in these anecdotes always struck you as a little weird, and to be honest, you tend not to read much of the text in the book. You mostly like to look at the diagrams for all the cool tricks. A hole in the ace, aka the A-hole trick. It's a perfect example of how Harry would ruin several decks of cards, waste everyone's valuable time, and have you love him for it. He was good at that. One day he noisily emptied his suit jacket pocket onto the hood of his car in search of change for the meter. A clunky metal thing slid from the pile and bounced on the sidewalk. As I retrieved it for him, I asked what he was doing with a hole puncher in his pocket. His face lit up, and the question like he was an elf. At the question like he was an elf, and I asked him how he felt about climbing into the hollow of a big tree to bake some cookies or something. The 2'6" height differential between us caused these comparisons to enter my mind. A small crowd had already gathered around even before he produced the first pack of Uno molested? Uno molested cards. How people seem to gather, and how they even know a street performance is about to take place, I'll never know. It's perhaps Anderson's greatest trick, luring the marks like that. I wanted to ask if he was sure about this, performing in broad daylight. He was used to working in dark rooms. It was usually the first thing out of his mouth when he would trick. I don't get that. I'm really more accustomed to working in a darker room than this, but Harry was excited and had already butchered the first deck of cards with a hole puncher, and issued the first round of apologies to the crowd. These were like the primer apologies, the sort that got the folks loosened up a bit before the 7-course meal of ingratiation that would inevitably follow. He asked me for a fresh deck of cards, and I gave him one. The principle behind the trick in theory, as he explained to me later, was to punch holes in what appeared to be one card, but was in fact two or more together, hence the difficulty he often had in squeezing the puncher with his little elfish hands, then using some coy maneuvers with his thumb, temporarily concealing the hole while he slid the card beneath it with his palm. The hole would seem to disappear or move to another part of the card. Oh yeah, that's right. The old hole in the ace trick. Interestingly enough, pertaining to the punching holes in cards and making them disappear and stuff. Your hands were never really strong enough to make this one work all that well either. Well, but actually, this gives you an idea. Ooh. Okay. If you find two cards with the same pattern, you can do something with them. You overlap two of the punched cards. They mask each other's hole patterns. Okay, okay, it's the opposite, baby. If they don't line up. Put both cards in the totem wave. What you thinking here, boy? You carve another totem using the new combined hole pattern. Take it to the alchemeter. Oh man, looks like Rose made 1,000,000 hammers for some reason. I assume that this is going to be a flashback. Get all this shit out of the way. You're about to make something sweet. Okay. I feel like that's stupid, but it looks a little bit too much like one of those grabbing tools that old people use. With that, the way that handle is set up. But it's awesome, so it's fine. You got the pogo hammer! And you're angry about it! John, practice with new weapon. Boing, 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 boing. This is just the rest of Homestuck. Boing, 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 boing. One deeply concerned imp watches in confusion as to what the hell's happening. What did you do? I combined the cards in the lathe thingy and made this! It is so sweet, man! Look at me go! I see. That was a really good idea, John. Nice work. Yeah, fucking A+ idea. I never would have thought of that. She has to add an addendum to the FAQ. Okay, he's not completely stupid. I got the idea from Harry Anderson. Who? You know, the show Night Court? No. Oh, well, bottom line is, he's awesome. That's really all that there is to say on the matter. I like Harry. Is that what we were talking about before? I did not understand at the time. I just didn't realize it was the same character. Wow, okay. Attack the nearest imp to test Pogo Hammer's strength. Aw, poor imp. Just chilling out. Wasn't even being evil or nothing. He was just chilling, watching John have fun. Like, yay, I'm also on a pogo. Right. John is the villain of this story. We don't know. That imp had hopes and dreams. Ah. You get a vicious rhythmic bouncing combo going and easily slay the imp who was doing nothing. In one blow, you and the pogo ride are catapulted high, sky high in the process. Jane. Sure. Jane is just at the first gate suddenly, like, well, that was hundreds of pages I thought that was gonna take, but here we are! Why does he keep attacking us? Like we know that a couple of those guys tried to hurt him, but the rest of us are cool. Ah! Rose really is amazing when she has a strong internet connection. May serving as a useful demonstrative of what just happened to John. Making me want to replay Night in the Woods, actually. I love that game. So we still got the boss battle here. I see. So there's two of them, it looks like. It's coming in. Yeah, one's climbing up and one's already in the house. Pastor John. Hey, that was a pretty, nice, sweet catch. Save. Oh yeah, this is pretty comfy. Why don't you just, like, carry the bed around with me on it? Up to the gate up there! I can't interact with you directly, or anything that you are touching, if it will result in moving you. See? Oh, lame. The game probably regards that as kind of cheating. In a way, thieving you of your free will as an adventurer and the need to advance by your own skill and ingenuity. The server player is just a facilitator. And I believe this is being spelled incorrectly, right? No, it's not. I apologize, Rose. Well, okay. All that scurrying around kind of wore me out. I think I'm going to rest here for a bit. Rose, can you keep the imps at bay? Like, drop some stuff on them if they sneak too close? No, you should pick up your hammer and defend yourself. What? Come on! I have no idea what the hell Dave is up to, or if he's any closer to recovering the game. There's some stuff I'd like to try in case he doesn't come through. Oh, alright. I'm just gonna rest my eyes here a second, though. I mean, yeah, I don't blame you for being exhausted at this point. Sleep. This is a lot harder to sleep than I thought it was going to be. Sky and Dreams Remix by Bill Bolin. Check Alchemy Excursus. Looks like a sort of index documenting all the known results for punch card alchemy combinations. Cool. And it seems to be able to create listings that have never been created before, because I struggle to imagine anyone else has tried Pogo Ride and Hammer. Why are there two ampersands? This could be a convenient resource as you start to stumble on more useful card combinations. But ever since John started punching cards, you've been contemplating other ways this item manufacturing system could be put to use. In particular, if you obtain the code for any item at your disposal, you think you could theoretically send the code to John and he could make it himself. Yeah, basically, it sounds like you could really get ahead of the game if you combine players' efforts, if John wasn't the only one playing. That is, if you could make use of the fact that there's not an unlimited supply of build grist. Oh, thank you. I did not know that about the double ampersand. Both of you. Cool. I like it that. Is there a relevance to the ampersands, I think, looking slightly different in their chubbiness? That might just be my own failing eyes. I'm glad I got at least one other person to stare at the chubbiness of the ampersands. I don't remember if I completed this thought, so I'm just gonna say it again. You could take advantage of multiple players by having them construct just one thing that was hard to construct and sending that code to others, and other players can obviously do the same. Captcha log spurb server CD. No. No! No! This... Oh no! This is where Toby Fox learned how to code! This is why Undertale's code is the way it is. Oh, I think it obviously doesn't matter, but the Undertale basically just being one giant long if-then statement is a point of derision for people in the know of coding. And I find it hilarious. Captcha log spurb surfer CD. You know, yeah. Oh no. You eject the disk and captcha log the server CD. Message John the captcha code. Ooh. Oh no, we're getting into the weeds on like actual coding information, like the different programming languages. Oh no. We have exited my field of even pretending to be able to understand. Is it there? That's the issue, right, is you can't read it. It is genius, though, what she's trying to do. Maybe it's just if you put in a blank set of numbers, or if you put in no code, it pops out the server. Yeah, if it's there, again, failing eyes aren't making this one work, and apparently Rose is in my boat. Yeah, it's only because of copyright that you can't do this. Oh, god damn it. I mean... This is bad. How is your internet still working? I have to assume that the local lines have been cut. This is slightly distressing. John, wake up! Face bomb ×2 combo. Yeah, but the fire looks like it would have taken that out. I'm wrong, obviously, but that's what it looks like. Oh, hell no, we're going back. His dad. Hey. Tree. Banana, or no, that was a Harlequin. Slimer. Harry. Character. Who are you? Are you Gardenostic, maybe? I will go back on my stream to see that final bit. Is this we've seen this before when Nana Sprite was talking. Okay. Oh, I thought this was another one of those games that you could play. Sky and Dreams remix again by Bill. Speaking of, yeah, I think I might struggle to settle on a voice for Garden for a while. I mean, that chipper, upbeat attitude. I don't know. Hey! No, too close to Dave. Hey! They're friends, do you back the rebellion? Hey! Whoa, there you are. How is your adventure going, John? It's okay, I am making some progress, and Rose finally connected again, so she is helping me now. That's good! Oh, but like, I don't think I am actually saving the world here. I don't know what I'm really accomplishing, but I guess it's not that. Well, I think whatever it is, it must be pretty important. Don't lose hope, John. I think it will all turn out okay. Turn out for the best if you stay positive! Just keep listening to your grandmother's advice, which I have been told about. How do I know about that? Has that come up in chat? Wait. Ooh, it has not. Okay. Yeah, you're probably right, but I don't think I mentioned Nana to you, did I? I don't know. Didn't you? Haha! I don't know, maybe you talked to Rose or Dave about it or something. Yeah, maybe that was it. Ooh. Ooh. They're really weird when they talk to me about you, like, they're always trying to convince me you have some spooky powers, but I'm always like, no, she seems like a pretty regular girl to me. But then when I think back, maybe there are times when it seems like you know some things? Like maybe you know more about a thing than you are telling me, I don't know. Oh well, John, I want to explain lots of things to you. Some things that I know, I'm just waiting. Waiting for what? Oh, John! I forgot I was messaging you about that meteor that fell near my house. Oh, okay, now, I put the right inflection on this. Oh, John! I forgot I was messaging you about that meteor that fell near my house. Oh yeah, whatever happened with that? I'm gonna abandon this line of questioning. Oh boy, well, it turns out I was confused about it. Really confused. See, I guess I fell asleep for a while and lost track of time. That happens. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. If you had every reason to be exhausted, John, I feel like that was a different situation. Maybe you should, like, wear an alarm clock or something. So what was the deal with the meteor? Well, it's hard to explain, but I know what it is now, and now I know everything's going to be okay. So what is it? Or is this another thing you're just waiting to tell me? Oh gosh, John, I really want to tell you and all this stuff, but I can't yet. I really think you need to wake up first. Huh? Well, okay, not literally. Well, okay, maybe kinda literally. Ah! Stop being so confusing! Lol. Anyway, time for you to go, John. I think you have some company! I'm actually enjoying this voice for Garden. It's probably not remotely ideal, but I really like this voice for her. A chain-smoking voice. Let me tell you a thing or two, John. I think this might be the permanent voice for Garden. Yeah, me neither. I can't imagine anything we know about the character. This feels so wrong, but everything about voicing her this way feels so right. It's like, let me tell you about my time in Vietnam. Quickly grab the pogo. See, you were asleep and this imp just left you alone. Not a baddie! Not a baddie! Did this... You stick the pogo hammer back in your strife specibus and get ready to kill some more of these pesky little... Huh? What's that? Dum, da-dum, 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 da-dum. See? They're chill! They're so chill, mostly, when they're not trying to kill you. Tentacle therapist. Ceased pestering ectobiologist at... Time is no longer a relevant factor. Rose, why aren't you dropping something on that thing? Oh no. Be the imp. Thank you for the visual aid again there, May. You seem to time this well. You be the imp and quickly abscond the fuck out of there. This is what weaker adversaries do whenever things get too hot to handle, which is frequently prepare for a boss battle! You stop being the imp because that was stupid and scurry over to your magic chest that you suddenly remembered was on the roof. There are some things in here that were totally not present when she built the platform above, but whatever. There are some things in here that would be good to stock up on for a major battle, but it looks like someone has plundered your chest. This is so outrageous, yo. We Ben from Viva La Dirt League. Outrageous! You are being ambushed! There isn't much room to maneuver on this sloping roof. Maybe you should consider making your way to higher ground, which they. John's stupid. Good. Ascend to the highest point of the house. You go up here. John, look down. There are two of them. Okay. You peek over the edge. I'm surprised you would notice that those are gone. It already seems like a long way down to your yard, not even to speak of whatever's below. Hey, weren't your trick handcuffs dangling from that branch earlier? Damn it, why do imps got to be making off with all your sweet gear? Turn around. Crude ogre, crude ogre. You are confronted with a pair of enormous foes! This is it. You have no choice but to wage a fierce rooftop battle. This is totally going to happen now, and could in no way conceivably be interrupted by a sudden shift in our attention. It's go time! It's time to do this thing! We're doing it, man! We're doing it, man! We're making this happen! Actually curious. Ooh, it's a link! Sweet growing diamond, god damn it! That would explain the terrible smelling. Bro did you get the new that hot game that everyone's buzzing about these days? Dude, did know you know it. This is so sweet, man. How about a bro hug bump? Okay, how do we do this? Let's do this thing. Let's make this shit work. We're doing it, man. We're making this happen. Ooh, by the by, I was gonna bring this up earlier. I neglected to, though. Clicking on this ad brings us to a page that very nicely, for the unofficial Homestuck collection, I assume, it accounts for this based on how it structures things on the main page, takes us to a spoiler page. What are you doing here? You have not read far enough to see this. Come back later. What the hell is Project Wonderful? I so wonder. Stop being the other guy. You stop being the other guy. You're not even sure what what that meant anyway. Ascend to the highest point of the building. This is probably the best musical track so far, actually. This is really good. This is a really good musical track, actually. I'm very intentionally not reading who it's by, for the record, until we complete each of these. This is not good. End of Act 2? Psych. Yeah. Ooh! Ooh! Oh, wait. X2 double psych out. Oh, we are definitely going through that one more time. Oh, yeah. Right. That is because for the sake of the background music, I altered my settings for what we were doing here, but I suppose when we play these kind of things, I should adjust it. Doo-doo. Upward movement by Dave owns calibration. I always kind of like watching older era internet creators and trying to guess at what point the internet thing was their job. And this is complicated by the fact that Homestuck's not the first thing that Andrew Hussey was working on. So it could have even been before that. I don't know what the popularity levels of his prior things were, if they were sustainable. But I do feel like sometime between Act 1 and Act 2, if it was during Homestuck, is where things shifted over, is my guess. Okay, so Garden, clearly, and I'm looking at her more closely on my stream screen, so I can see. I'm fairly certain this is probably Garden. If I'm remembering the pilot, this seems to match the energy. And also a bunch of pots and plants and all that around, so seems very likely, actually. Has the logo. Villain? Probably not, but villain? Okay. You are now the wayward vagabond. Wayward vagabond. Retreat. My source of power! I need to do like a line to get myself back into the correct voice. Got him already. Examine rotten pumpkin. What pumpkin? Check the little red bar. It appears to be a gauge for a large power cell, perhaps fueled by a type of nuclear reaction. If this is the case, it is relatively low on fuel, but who knows how long it has been running here. You do not care about this sort of nonsense, and you will disregard it at once. You are very hungry. Captcha log can of gravy. You know what captcha log is? Captcha log? You have no idea what that means. It is total nonsense, and you do not know what to make of it. You will not give the foolish notion a second thought. Pick up the can of gravy. Just pick it up. You just pick it up. You are now holding the can of gravy. Yeah, what I'll do for future, at least for songs that are actually full songs, is I'll raise the audio volume to compensate for the fact that it's Homestuck. We make sure that this is reasonable. Hello, hello. Hello. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. You just pick it up. You are now holding the can of gravy. Use sharp teeth to poke a hole in the lid of the can. You're trying to get me to take my mask off, I see. Reveal my character design before whatever reveal Andrew Hussey is going for. I assume this was viewer input. Ooh, nubby teeth. Your teeth are useless for this task. They are blunt. They are blunt like that of livestock, presumably suitable for mashing up plant matter and not for puncturing metal. Attempt to open can with your weak, pathetic digits. Your weak, pathetic digits are not strong enough to penetrate this can. Your fingers are certainly pointy enough, and your black carapace is suitably rigid. So this is your body. They're not doing a thing where it's like you're in shadows for no reason. Okay. Your fingers are certainly pointy enough, and your black carapace is suitably rigid, but you just don't have enough muscle for the task. Maybe this is John. You're just weak and pathetic and stupid enough to be John. Wait! Hey! You're talking to your past self, non-mutated form. Ooh, maybe you're the Colonel Sprite, the other half of the Colonel Sprite, somehow. Mayhaps. Take the can labeled beans. Okay, you take that too. Examine can of custard. So it's nice to know that the Wayward Vagabond has his own unseen Riddler. You can the can clearly reads mustard, a fact of which you were perfectly well aware. Well, we've already know you've read that book at least, based on your more polite attitude towards John. It is sort of cumbersome holding all these cans at once. You doubt you can hold many more than this, maybe one or two. You'll need to find something to put stuff in if you want to carry a lot of things around. Examine marking on wrist. You drop all the cans and take a look at your wrist. You're like, marking? What marking? I didn't see it either. Ah, there we go. Okay. It's not a QR code. What is it? It's a sort of specialized barcode pattern. This brings back unpleasant memories, and you would prefer not to dwell on it. Oh dear. Examine the small potted plant. What plant? Checkbook on human etiquette. It appears half the pages of this book have been eaten. The daunting volume is considerably lighter than it once was. You are somewhat skeptical about the nutritional value contained in these pages. However, of the practical wisdom they contain, there can be little doubt. You have learned so much. So you definitely can read, yeah. Either that or you're basing it off pictures entirely? No, you can type too, yeah. Sustenance, intermediary, consumption. This is the key. Clear out all the cans inside the purple machine. You empty the peculiar cabinet and take a quick inventory of your canned goods. You have beans, mustard, gravy, bread, shrimp, asparagus, cheese, rice, corn, peas, flour, chestnuts, mayo, ham, potatoes, and squash! Such bountiful plenty, and yet the delights taunt you from within their small metal prisons. Search room for can opener. You have already looked all over the place for a can opener. It now makes sense why you were so obsessed with one bit. Oh. If you are in the future, if not too far in the future, perhaps, mayhaps, could be, should be. The reason you wanted John to get those cookies to find a can opener is so John could place said object somewhere that it would appear in the future? Okay. Maybe? You have already looked all over the place for a can opener, even making a few electronic inquiries about one, to no avail. Nothing else inside the purple thing either. Though it does not appear that the Wayward Vagabond has a full understanding of what the hell is going on when he interacts with John's time frame. Locate a nearby sharp object. You wield your trusty knife, which is just a piece of glass that has clearly been used. It is actually you're not sure what they're called. It's an old rusted one of those red mailbox arm swing flappy doodads. Oh, okay. Either for letting you know there is mail in the box, or maybe for alerting the mailman to outgoing mail to be collected. You don't know, really. You've wrapped a little piece of cloth around it for the grip. It is useful. It is useless for opening cans. Be the imp. This means nothing to you. You are not an imp. You have no idea what an imp is, and you will not entertain such frivolous and childish ideas ever again. You feel stupid and hate yourself for even considering it. Become the mayor of Cantown. This, on the other hand, is a perfectly acceptable use of my time. As the glorious founder and mayor of Cantown, you erect a dignified, majestic city hall out of cans, fittingly capped off with a tome of good manners for the roof. You have given yourself a very official and important-looking mayoral sash made out of old cables to complete your look of authority. A number of rather civic-minded citizen cans gather in front of the building to offer adulation to their fair and magnanimous leader. All is well. Beep beep! Vroom! Parade! You immerse yourself in this beautiful dream as you whittle away the minutes, or perhaps hours. You love the idea of being a mayor. You love everything about mayors. Lately, I've been thinking the same, in regards to more specific things, and the concept of an orderly civil democracy. It all seems so mannerly and reasonable to you. Everyone is friendly and happy, and the city runs like clockwork. The foundation of the government is based on mutual respect between the leader and its people. It is also built on having a really great mayor that everyone loves, who is totally amazing and heroic in faith. This feels timely. Mayors are so much better than kings. Wow. Oh, wow. Mayors are so much better than kings. You hate kings and you think kings are really stupid. They are petty, bossy tyrants and are really full of themselves and are basically awful in every way. God, do you hate kings? Wow. It doesn't feel appropriate. Ooh. Wayward vagabond, explore west of Cantown. Over here is the other side of the room. There is another one of those purple storage boxes and some useless objects scattered on the floor. Use glowing green rock to open cans. Huh. Very humanoid skeleton, at least. Okay, now I really am questioning what the hell happens to arms. Or, rather, why is it only your torso and head that have a skeleton? Because your legs don't either. And your pelvis, of course. Huh. Are your arms and legs robot arms and legs? Or you said it was a carapace before. Are you like a... You can't be a bug person because you have an internal skeleton. Hmm. That's what I just said. Chiroptera. Maybe. Okay, you pick up imagining that this is just what elephants look like in the Homestuck universe. I know that's not what you meant, but that's what popped into my head. You pick up the nugget of uranium and, oh, that was so stupid. Why would you do that? Examine box of crayons. It's chalk numbnuts. Inside the box. There are 12 pieces of chalk in every color. 10 pieces of chalk. In most colors of the rainbow, you are now excited by this. Susie?
Nothing is guaranteed, such a thin line in between. Colder than ice when you're next to me. First time we met, I knew I had to make you mine. Couldn't see all the warnings, cause you looked so fine. When I look into your eyes, my heartbeat stops. Live a beautiful life, there's no...
Found the chalk for you, Susie, and a fellow aficionado. Good catch, actually, Chiroptera. Try to open the storage box. It's locked! There must be some sort of... Why is it not eating the uranium, too? It's locked. There must be... It's actually just Marceline rules. Anything that's green is edible. That's why he wants the peas right there. He did what? I'm sorry. Oh, oh! Oh! When it was on, I thought that was just him holding it. Oh, gods. Are we sure about that? Try to open the storage box. Sorry, Susie. It's locked! There must be some sort of release mechanism for this thing. Where did May go? May! Ah, there she is. I don't know, if it appears that the Wayward Vagabond is covered in bandages. Theoretically, everything on his B outfit is a makeshift pocket of some kind, if he wanted to use them that way. It's locked. There must be some sort of release mechanism for this thing. Examine contents of yellow container. The container is full of motor oil. This does not seem useful to you right now. Rescue that poor lightning bug. I think the lightning bug is just chilling on top of something rather than inside of it. Is that Amber? It's Amber, okay. There is nothing you can do with this new little friend. Attempting to crush the amber encasing the Firefly would likely cause it harm. It nevertheless bravely flashes on. You find its light alluring, inspiring. To you, it seems as if it could quite easily serve as the light of democracy. I thought I saw the eye move. No, I know he has arms. And my question is where the hell they went before. We've seen the arms. It's the same. I mostly accept that the characters, when not using the arms, they're not visible, but the skeleton thing left me wondering. Use the chalk to draw some roads. Can Boulevard, Can Parkway, City Hall, and Can Street. You sketch a handsome network of sprawling thoroughfares for your citizens to traverse. The adoring population applauds its mayor's keen instincts for city planning. You even add some lush vegetation to your city with a piece of blue chalk because you can't seem to find a more suitable color for some reason. Lay a chalk foundation for Cantown civic growth. What are we doing here? This has nothing to do with anything, does it? You develop westward and create a pattern that looks a little bit too much like that one you didn't want to talk about on your arm, but okay. You develop westward, settling those fertile plains and claiming them for your city. You section off a number of residential and commercial zones for civic growth, arranged in the only logical pattern that occurs to you. You color the residential zones with your piece of white chalk, but for some reason none of the colors in the box strike you as suitable for the commercial zones. Perhaps there is an alternative. This is terrible. This is going... I wonder if he's doing this like Stitch, Lilo and Stitch, setting up San Francisco only to tear it down! Be the worst mayor ever. Ugh. Use your own P for the commercial zones. You cannot urinate because you have not had anything to drink in quite some time. You are very thirsty. Also, that is a really terrible idea, and you would not consider befouling your wonderful city in that way for even a moment. Use motor oil to designate commercial zones. You fill each empty square with a bit of motor oil. To complete the zoning, it looks rather striking to you. You can hardly imagine that an up-and-coming young man trying to make it in the world would not be delighted to live in your fair district. You are very careful not to get any of the unpleasant fluid on your person. Peel label from can of mayo and affix to sash. That's brilliant! That's actually really cute. Okay. Survey surroundings in search of more terrain for city. We just completely forgot about trying to give John commands. It seems you have run out of territory for your western expansion, but there is still a lot of empty wall space. Perhaps your citizens would be happier with a colorful backdrop that would make them feel more. This may be a tangent, but I'm loving it actually. I'm here for this. Using most of your imagination and an entire piece of sky blue chalk, you render a bright and cheerful sky full of clouds. You have decided that very closely orbiting your city is a luminous planet, about which orbits a single moon. You switch to another shade of blue and continue rendering on the western wall. Who are you, my creative friend? Orbiting much further from your city are 4 planets. None of these have satellites. You have decided. Yes, that makes sense, you think. Oh my. And on the southern wall, beyond an impenetrable veil of darkness, occupying the furthest orbit yet, there is an ominous planet. A moon circles this one too. Check that rampaging boy on the screen. Oh yeah, it's that guy! You had almost forgotten about him and his confusing shenanigans. It seems like he has things well in hand at the moment. He does not appear to need your help, and you have already concluded that he cannot help you, at least for the time being. Turn on the other 3 screens. Ooh. You have no idea how to turn these on. There is no mouse for these weird quadro-monitored computer. For this weird quadro-monitored computer, it can only be operated through text commands from its keyboard. Perhaps there is a special key or command which will allow you to switch to another monitor? Alt-tab? Give it a shot? I don't know. Press tab. Oh, yeah, tab. Is it this easy? Tab! Consume several cans. Party! You free the heavenly brown elixir from the jewels of pink carapace and imbibe like the wind. It is so sweet and sugary, you wonder how so much sugar can fit in one can. Whatever mighty wizard concocted this potion is truly deserving of your fear and respect. Welcome the rest into the city. Oh, tab's an actual soda? I did not know that. The tabs are naturalized as loyal new citizens of Cantown. All cans are welcome and equal in your city. It just so happens that only a few of them shall be destroyed. All cans are welcome and equal in your city, regardless of can content and whether empty or full. It's not like emptying a can kills it or anything. They are just cans after all. Hit escape. Feeling refreshed and heavily caffeinated, you go back to work on the big computer. You hit escape, which seems to minimize the action window thingy and reveals a history of all commands you've entered. Nice. Can you change them? Can you change what you've said in the past if you so desire? We don't know how this works yet. I wonder if this is to make it clear to, people exactly which ones were the Wayward Vagabond, if there was any confusion. I'm kind of reading through them now to see if there's anything I got wrong that was blatant. Because it is a little surprising that it's this much. Maybe make it clear that many of these were them? Huh. You use the arrow key to scroll up a bit. You can't believe how much you've already typed in. Would that work here? It does. Yay. I have the same power as you! I do! You can't believe how much you've already typed into this stupid contraption. What a waste of time. Ooh. You scroll all the way up to your first command. Oh, I'd write these down, actually, if you have the ability. You do! You have chalk! I'd write these down so you have an easy access, so you don't have to scroll all the way up. Home view, escape, lock room, through. View, reboot. Ooh, boy. It looks like there are more commands above it. Maybe someone was entering commands into this thing before you. There aren't any more. At the top as the list appears to be a very... Someone was entering commands on this thing before you? Oh. Oh. Okay. So, two separate characters. I suppose that the sentence structure did get considerably more elaborate for Vagabond versus who started there. Whoa. Okay. At the top of the list appears to be the very first. And type switch to. Oh, I thought this was just a list of like options that you could use as commands. Not that they were you know how often if you're in the console, there are ways to give yourself a list of usable options? I thought this was like that. I didn't think that someone typed these in. In fact, I still kind of think that based on how why is it green? And why is the Wayward Vagabond not trying to eat the text right now? No one said it had to be in order. Maybe if you type an equal sign, it goes green? Perhaps is the thought process here? No, because at least on this screen, plenty of the equal commands that are typed don't do that. So that's not it. Maybe they become green after hitting enter. Look, I appreciate, by the way, welcome, serrated milliner. I appreciate someone thinking along the lines that I am. Yeah, because this really does look exactly like that, a basic list of options at the top of a command prompt. Mind you, I'm sure you guys are right, because you're making it sound like that they don't reveal anything to do with there being two different characters down here in the recent past. I'm sure you guys are right, but that's how this is, Oh, thank God. I'm glad you gave me a certainty here, Chiroptera, because I'm like, huh. No, wait! These are definitely 100% command options and not something that anyone typed in. Because if they were something that someone typed in, the computer has been rebooted. Ah! Logic! It could have been, but it would be atypical for a command prompt. Mind you, this is a totally different software, so who knows? It would be atypical for it to retain these post-reboot. Could. I'm just glad I have confirmation that Wayward Vagabond for sure was the one who started the boy? You there, boy? You there, boy? Stuff that is, to me, the more pertinent information right now. Because that's what I was like, whoa, on. There aren't many more. At the top of this list appears to be the very first command. Type switch 2. You activate screen 2. The signal is garbled and you have no idea what you're looking at. Some sort of filthy beggar pleading for help. Where did that thing go again? No one is around and nothing is happening. You seem to be locked out of any sort of interaction with whatever's happening on this monitor. Oh, okay. Alright, you got Dave and probably Rose, but maybe Garden? It's another one of these rapscallions. This monitor is locked too. You can't tell him what to do. Not that you really want to. Oh, wait. The command list. Lock room. So it's not nothing to do with the monitors. You consider switching to screen 4, but decide against it, motherfucker. You have a feeling that whatever's there would just confuse you even more, and you don't even really care all that much anyway. So is the bird perhaps the Colonel sprited murdered bird? Like maybe that's what Maybe Dave started the game? Maybe? Home. All 4 screens activate. Together they display a countdown. Ooh. Starting at 4 hours and 13 minutes. Huh. Type reboot. Ooh, let's see this one. It's not even letting you try. Okay. You can't. Nothing is working anymore. The timer seems to have disabled the keyboard. Aw, but I liked you. Perhaps rudely. Communicating with John. Be the mayor. I was like, yes, this is something we can do. Enough of this nonsense. You are an important mayor, and this absurd contraption has wasted enough of your time. You've got a city to govern with a carapace fist, which is to say firm, yet polished and supple as the situation demands. Anyway, this will help you kill some time while you sit for that clock to count down. Create unemployment opportunities for the citizen cans. Employment opportunities. You temporarily dismantle City Hall to free up all the can power available to create a vigilant town militia. You divide them into 2 groups, marking them with distinct teams and ranks using the piece of white chalk and the motor oil. You then organize them into phalanx across... I don't know what that means, phalanx. A body of troops or police officers standing or moving in close formation. Cool. You organize them in phalanx across the countryside, preparing for stiff training regimen. Then when you are through with them, your forces will be well-oiled machine. A very well-oiled machine. Chalk another one up to bold leadership. Wayward vagabond, leave your men to victory! I actually just... I think I love this character. Is this Checkers? I think it's Checkers. It was Jess? Okay. That was a fun one. Vega Bounce by David Coe. You waste more than 4 hours on this tomfoolery. Did he? I apologize. Are you sure? Oh, I see. On top. Cool. I was like looking at them and I was like, no, that still says peas and gravy. I don't remember those pieces. I don't understand anything ever. Your caffeinated jittering must have agitated all the little bubbles curiously hidden in the liquid, creating too much pressure in the... What? Creating too much pressure in the can. You speculate this is why it exploded as you nervously eye the timer. You are starting to wonder what will happen when it reaches 0. Maybe it would be best not to be near it when this happens. I mean, like, the odds that it was minutes in the future, but not many. How did they not say that? Minutes in the future, but not many. Though perhaps not as few as implied by circumstances. A peregrine mendicant trundles precious cargo beneath the gleam of the celestially ominous. See, Rebecca Blue, it's not just in Danganronpa where I can't pronounce the term Celeste with any level of competence. MS Paint Adventures. Okay, so we got a new character. Okay. Go outside and get some sun. You say a bittersweet goodbye to your beloved city. It is time to move on to greener pastures. By which, of course, you mean an arid, sandy wasteland upon which nothing green has grown in years. The door shuts behind you. A panel on the door becomes illuminated. As you ponder over the marks on the panel, there's all that food in there. It's gonna really suck if this place doesn't blow up. You hear another mechanical sound overhead. Beep boop 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 beep 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 boop 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 beep. Ooh. Okay, are you just trapped in this tunnel right now? Ooh, the LCD panel appears to have a touchscreen interface. Curiously prod the funny-looking spirograph. I can't interact with it. I was thinking I might be able to for a second. It appears the funny-looking spirograph room is locked. The floor rotates a full... Are they cockroach people, maybe? These might be cockroach people. Maybe this is more years in the future than they implied and cockroaches have evolved. The floor rotates a full 360 degrees beneath you, while the surrounding wall seems to stay put. Select the triangle-y fractal. The triangle-y fractal room does not appear to be locked. Cool. Is that the room that was blocked off, though? The floor turns 120 degrees and the door opens. You go through the door and find another room. It's the same size as the other one you just wasted all that time in. Well, a clock was ticking down to something which may or may not be in your doom. Maybe there is something in here which will help you escape. Against the wall, there's another perplexing contraption. How stressful must that be? To only just now, like 4 minutes away from the countdown, be thinking, maybe this is bad, when he had 4 hours. Another perplexing contraption. Against the opposite wall is some sort of control panel which catches your eye. It is 2 large screens, but only one appears to be active. My notes are gonna get so fucking complicated. Jesus Christ. I'm doomed. Oh my god, this is what they look like now. And that's only the first 508 odd pages. Oh, this is not good. Ugh. I'm gonna be able to write a thesis on Homestuck by the time I'm done with this. Oh my god. Yeah, they are coordinates, thank you. Yeah, I was looking at the numbers. Ooh, okay, that's pretty cool. Against the opposite wall is some sort of control panel which catches your eye. It is 2 large screens, but only one appears to be active. There are fields for numbers which appear to be modifiable with the dials to the right. Some numbers are already supplied by default. perhaps entered by the previous user. There are a few buttons below, the largest one bearing the symbol marking this room. Also, it looks like there is a meter stick propped up for some reason. Attach your trusty knife to the meter stick. Huh. Maybe you can switch to screens with relevant Spurb players if you go to their correct coordinates. That doesn't make full sense, though, because John is in some kind of void. Not fully explained. You immediately craft a measuring spear through possibly the most advanced form of alchemy employed thus far. This is obviously the most important thing to do first. Obviously. Or it would obviously be the most important thing to do if you had remembered to bring your trusty knife. Oh no! Oh, you feel so insecure without your trusty knife. It makes you want to slit your wrists out. Or at the very, well, at least you don't have your trusty knife on you. Or at the very least, flog your carapace with some sort of measuring apparatus. Look at the other wall. You examine the perplexing contraption across the room. Ooh, hello, hello. I don't think this is an alchemy. This is something else. You, of course, have no idea what it could possibly do. You adopt the only obvious course of action, which is to poke and prod it with your handy ruler. You are quite sure this is what science is all about. I guess, I did not think of it that way. I did not think that these were coordinates. I thought that they were pointed to a place on Earth that was not here. I guess I will. Sure, why not? Let's see, latitude, negative 0.95566. Longitude, negative 174.75. That's got to be, yeah, Western Hemisphere, obviously. 2175952. It's in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. Is the island there? Are you guys saying that I probably would be better off not looking up coordinates for now? I just keep zooming in to make sure there's not like one ridiculously tiny island where this pin is. Okay, I'll look up. No, they're not there either, sorry. I'll say this much, although I might not have looked them up. I do think that after looking at this long enough, I would have figured out they were coordinates, just because I know what coordinates are. Oh, yeah. I think you're probably right. They could be in some kind of underwater... No, they can't be in an underwater base. What the fuck am I talking about? They're in the middle of a desert. It just kind of has an underwater base vibe to it. I just don't know what the third number means. Is that, that's altitude, clearly. My thing does not, I'm on GPS coordinates.net. My thing does not have a thing for altitude. If y'all can point me to a good website for putting these in, I would appreciate it. You examine the press the triangle pattern. You go back to the control panel, which probably obviously controls that gizmo, and you push the big blue button, which is obviously probably the most obvious thing to push. And... yeah, right? Theoretically. Well, actually, if the oceans rise, like, do altitude coordinates move with it? How do they calculate those? Because wait. Oh man, apocalypse logic. It's breaking my brain. A purify. Hello. You purify a pumpkin. Alright. Examine pumpkin. It seems this mysterious gourd was transported, purified, from a specific time and the location somewhere on this planet you are on. You wonder if the machine, a purifier, will make any object that exists at whatever time and location you supply. So that means that that time is the current time. 2009, April 13th at 1300 hours, 1 p.m. There is a symbol carved on the pumpkin. You don't know what it means, and you doubt it will ever prove to be relevant in any way. I feel like I've seen this symbol on Homestuck cosplayers. That's what I just said, it's the current time. What? I did say that, right? I think. Anyway, I think I've seen the symbol on Homestuck cosplayers. Could be wrong. Devour pumpkin. The green part, maybe. You consider dining on the ripe flesh of the plump vegetable, but your curiosity about the purifier gets the better of you. You try to sneak a nibble from the pumpkin nonetheless. Inspect green buttons. I mean, well, Mr. Fricchio, Maybe you said it before I said it, I just read it too late. That's what I said, is that I thought that time must be the current time, and then I thought you said, or is it the current time? I felt like it was a Timon and Pumbaa moment. I was Pumbaa being like, maybe it's the current time, and you were like, hey, wait, maybe it's the current time. That was... Oh, that's smart. Well, yeah, it might also be the time that John is currently at. That's also reasonable. None of these are certainties in my mind. You consider dining on the right flesh, blah blah blah. Inspect green buttons. You first examine the attractive green buttons. The icon for the one on the left is the house shape you've seen plenty of times before. The right one, on closer inspection, appears to be the map for this underground facility, with an X marking its center. I don't understand anything. I can try, I can fail, and I can try again, but I will always fail. The right one on closer inspection appears to be the map for this underground facility, with an X marking its center. Okay. Press green button on right. Are those anything? Ooh, we changed the coordinates. Speaking of the controversial content setting. Oop, too far. Should I? Are we worried about me seeing something I shouldn't right now? Okay. Okay. You push the button. All the numbers change. Nom. You push the buttons. All the numbers change. Perhaps these are the coordinates for the location of the center of this facility, along with the local date and time. If this is the case, it would make a useful reference point for your current bearings. Fiddle with the dials. Yeah, it is the local date and time. Okay. Fiddle with the dial. Mayor. One way to find out would be to attempt to purify something from this facility. It should be easy to zero in on a location relative to the center because you have an uncanny knack for tracking precise distances you have already traversed in whatever units you choose. Your handy ruler gives you a good clue as to the basic unit of human measurement. You will go with that. I see what you mean. I see. Made it sound like the reason it appeared where it did, though. Why was there a pumpkin in the middle of the Pacific Ocean? Doo-doo, doo-doo. Purify your trusty knife. Spoilers. I mean, I don't think I can though, because I don't have the first set of numbers, right? Or do aha. I am fine to look this up though. I will trust in everything. I don't know why knowing where it is would be bad, but maybe I'm just not thinking. $341.3. Invalid coordinates. Oh, that's the height. I see. That's the altitude, rather. Couldn't be 341.3. I knew that. Well, it's something 0.82. So let's just say 1.82 blah blah blah, which puts us in Europe. What country? France. I know it's probably not here, but I'll change the number if I on the next screen maybe. You nudge the coordinates very slightly and bump up the elevation by 0.5 human measurement units. You make sure to keep the time approximately what it was to begin with. You purify your trusty knife. Purify Cantown. You nudge the numbers a bit more to purify a bunch of cans. This is so much more efficient than walking back to the other room to get them. You are to believe that time is at a premium. After all, de-purify the pumpkin. Does this machine look like a de-purifier to you? Honestly, the idea that a purifier could both purify and de-purify things is so laughably ridiculous. You would wish someone would de-purify your brain and re-purify it with a brain that is more smart and less dumb. So says Mayor of Cantown. Use trusty knife to carve spook schema in pumpkin. Spook schema, ha. What the hell are you talking about? That idea makes no sense at all and is basically meaningless. Try using that mushy stuff in your gore next time. God damn it, bro! We were cool! Instead, you just carve off the top, exposing a decadent cachet of gorgeous seed-laden ambrosia. Needless to say, you consume all of it rather quickly, but it turns out to be too gross for you to watch. Move spirograph switch. They're really intent on not showing us the second number in full. You cannot move it! It has a spirograph-shaped indentation, and possibly will require a special kind of key to turn it. purify firefly out of the amber. Genius! How is it alive? You release your blinky new friend. You will give her a name when something suitably whimsical occurs to you. Adjust time dial to purify rotten pumpkin. Oh. You and Serenity consider new ways to waste more time with the Purifier. Nice name. You are assuming she is a girl firefly, even though you are not really sure that fireflies can even be girls. You target the extremely tasty rotten pumpkin that was sitting in the other room hours ago. It seems the Purifier cannot purify something if it will create a time paradox. A gelatinous ghost pumpkin purifies and quickly dissolves into a pile of unappetizing sludge. But it is green. Purify the grate over the entrance to the facility. What is that? Ooh, we got some Morse code here. Okay. I mean, time paradoxes. I don't think Steins Gate's the only one to do that. Dot. Dash. Dot. Dot. Space. Dot. Space. Dash. Space. Dot. 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 Space. Underscore. Underscore. Dot, space, dash, 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 exclamation point. Let's go! I cannot add in the exclamation points to this, for it creates an invalid input. Oh, right. Sorry. You're totally right. Yeah, my bad. Green is not a creative color. Serenity blinks a message of urgency. You nearly forgot that while trapped in amber, she was witness to all your tomfoolery and dilly-dallying in the other room, and knows the timer is about to expire, which it's amazing it hasn't already. It is time to go to get the show on the road and escape. You reset the coordinates with the right green button again, and this time only adjust the elevation by approximately 10 human measurement units. Hasten to the exit post-haste. This is amazing. Hurry up, Brano! I'll have to go back and enter more Morse code. It might just say hurry up. That's what the let's go was. I didn't realize it was the Firefly. Is this really necessary? I will trust that that's really what it's saying. I'm not going to, this is incredibly silly. I'm not going to go in and fill those in on the off chance that they were lying to us. Psych? We're switching perspectives again? We'll watch that one more time. Suburban Reversal, Mark Hadley. Oh. Negative 74.821422. Adirondack Park Preserve, Parishville, St. Louis County, New York. Nice. Oh, wait. Unsight. You attempt the rare and highly dangerous 5 times cliffhanger combo and fail. We are doing it, man. We are making this happen. Ascend. But I want you to go back in the bunker. Oh, definitely go back in. We just see the altitude rising. I mean, we already knew the world ended, so we're not doing anything special here. We are giving us some new lore, at least on that end of it. I was a little worried that it was just like, the world's over! I was like, we know! These are establishing some future locations, it appears. Hell, yeah. I feel like this is probably the end of Act 2. Magic Man! We don't need to think about the ocean. Okay, 0.195, I believe that was. Fuck, yeah, alright, that was actually really cool. Explore Buzenkai by Michael Guy Bowman. This is actually going to turn out to be a really nice stopping point. I'll go a few more pages, but yeah, this really works out. 44 517 677. Yeah, that's where we were before. Okay. But not many. I will say, Andrew Hussey seems to understand the same thing that Toby Fox understands, in that less is definitely more in certain aspects, because I don't think that this moment would mean as much to me right now. But not many. Yeah, that's odd. That not many years? How? I don't think this moment would mean as much to me if the whole story took itself this seriously. But in this moment, these small, goofier characters, who's that? Seem so much grander in scope. Right? .9555756. -0. -766. Oh, thank you for pointing that out. I didn't quite understand what they meant by the not many years thing. I guess they've done the joke so many times that they knew that they needed to do that. Joke. I mean, I'm not sure if you'd count that as a joke. Again, middle of the Pacific Ocean. Yeah, it's the same spot as before, right? Okay. John's house's coordinate isn't just some, like, actual person's home, right? Like, that person probably gets pestered by Homestuck fans, like, you're John's house. No, I'm not! Continent westward. 47 and -122. It's in Washington. Oh, that's horrible. That's awful. It's a specific person's house. Why would he do this? Kind of a douche move on Andrew's part. Why would he? Unless it's his. Is it his house? It's a specific address. What a douchebag. Oh, yeah. Just a hop, skip, and a jump away for me. That wouldn't be tremendously taxing on me to try and go to Washington. No. End of Act 2. Dear John. Funny term, obviously. I think finishing off right on the end of Act 2 is perfect. This has been outstanding. The only thing I regret is I didn't get far enough to spend some time with Garden, get to know the, for a while probably, final main character. I'm sure there's going to be more, but for a little bit. This feels strong though. I didn't expect to get through Act 2 today. 250 pages. We're doing about 250 pages a stream. I think I won't struggle as much to pick up again in 2 weeks. Apologies for not being able to do it 2 weeks ago. I live far enough away in the US that it might be a similar distance for me to go there that it would be for you living in Europe. Like, farther still for you, for sure. But the US is so fucking huge. I marvel at that fact. No, it's not that crazy. It's like literally right over there in this far fucking nowheresville, United States that you can get. And yes, that is how I feel about Washington. All right, it's been nice. Guys, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your Sunday, I suppose, since it occurs to me that I'm apparently entirely talking to people that live on the other side. Have a nice Sunday. I'll have a nice Saturday. Goodbye!